Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Slaying 101 here on GGK. I am your host and your keeper, and lots of other things too. Savvy. And we're here to play a game today, but before we do, I should pull up my calendar so I can do the announcements I always forget I'm supposed to do. Coming up this week on the channel here on Tuesday, we'll have a new episode of Eos, one of our D&D 5e campaigns that we have going, currently run by your good friend and mine, Damn It Barry. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a new episode of All Myths Are True, the other game that I run here on the channel. It's Tales from the Loop, and that's been really, really fun so far. We're getting through a fun mystery involving killer birds on that one. On Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, your old standby, Saturday night's Thunderball, because guess what? We're in the tournament. It's going awesome. So 3 p.m. on Saturday, and then on Sunday, same time slot as this, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a new episode of The Pursuit of the Black Kestrel, the D&D 5e campaign that Sean runs, the one that I think is coming to an end here shortly in the next couple of sessions. So join us for that. And yeah, that brings us back around. That's our next week here on GGK. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. Oh, and I have a fun announcement. Starting for a show that I'm doing that's not on GGK for the first time in a long time. In a couple of weeks on Friday, May 22nd, because I can talk about it now, I'm going to be running a mini campaign of Masks, the superhero game, on Encounter Roleplay. It's going to go for 6 weeks. It's going to be on Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm going to be, it's called The Heroes Next Door. And it's about teen superheroes fighting crime and dealing with their teenage problems, and also trying to get their shit together to go to prom. It's going to be really fun. And a couple of these friendly faces are gonna be playing in that game, but I'll let them tell you who they are. And that is my announcements, so I'm gonna stop talking briefly and let my friends here tell you about themselves and what they're doing for the next week or so. GB, you're next to me. What's going on?
Graybeard at Graybeard's Tavern, and we're today I'll be playing Rex Machina and new secret agent. But coming up this week, we're kind of between seasons and stuff, so it's going to be a little slow. I don't think I have anything broadcast until Friday, which I'll be on Damn It Barry's channel. Believe it will be the finale for that run. And then I really don't have anything until till the 19th. Where I'll be over on Encounter Roleplay, and I'll be playing in the sci-fi game Coriolis, and that's at 5 Eastern Standard Time till 8 over on Encounter Roleplay. And I've got other stuff coming up, but I can't announce it yet, so keep an eye on that Twitter.
Awesome. Sid.
Hey, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at Greek Sid. I literally have no games this week at all. I am between all games, and then I have all of the games the following week. This has been great. But yeah, I'm usually over on Saturdays on Pro Star's channel. We're doing some solo games at the moment, so not doing that for the next couple weeks, and doing every other week on Saber's channel. We've jumped back after a year in the making, going back to our Temple of Elemental Evil characters, Descent into Darkness. Really got to pick up yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And I'm gonna be here in 2 weeks doing Good Society with a couple folks. So that's gonna be fun too. But yeah, this week, nothing. I'm gonna chill.
Take some time off.
Yeah.
Rob.
I did the opposite. I have 7 things I'm doing this week. Probably 3 of them are me. It's fine. So yeah, hi, I'm Rob, or bonus stage Rob, or bonus_stage_Rob if you're feeling formal and very, very particular about grammar. You can find me a couple different places on the internet right now. Here on every other Sunday, for now until the server Sunday at GGK. And you could also find me. I have a list. I literally need a list right now. At twitch.tv/the Monty Hall, where I play a dwarf barbarian, and we're going through the lost mine of Fandelver, because in all my years of playing D&D, I apparently never played the beginner thing. So, no time like the present. And then also at twitch.tv/runawayrobot_, where I play Eli. Wow. I could not remember his name, and I've been playing that game for like 4 months now. That's at 7 p.m. on Thursdays Eastern, and it's a Humblewood campaign, which is a D&D 5e kickstarted setting. It's really cute. I'm an animal. I'm a hedgehog. And then on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, I am on twitch.tv/Casito Games, which is the developer of a little game called Filament. It's a really cute puzzle game, and they asked me to participate in a speedrunning challenge where I can fake being good at games. Oh man, am I faking it? I've been practicing all weekend. And then the rest of the week, you can find me at twitch.tv/bonus_stage_Rob, where I'm playing things like Deep Rock Galactic and Dicey Dungeons and whatever the hell I feel like, because it's my channel, dang it. Anyway, I'm done, I think. Please take this away from me.
Double check your list. Awesome. LB.
Hi, I'm LB Hackmup. I'm being yelled at by my cat. But I am doing a lot of things. After this, I will be on Indoor Adventures channel doing a Tomb of Annihilation game where I play an adorable Tabaxi. Tomorrow night, I will be on Indoor's channel again doing our homebrew campaign where I play a Halfling Barbarian. She is feisty. Wednesday is Rod of 7 Parts on Nerd Immersion's channel with Jordan with PH. I'll be on tomorrow. On Thursday, I'll be on my own channel, LB Hack 'em Up on Twitch, playing games with Lauren. She just got her computer set up, so hopefully she'll be here, but we're trying to decide what we're gonna do, if we're gonna do just like split screen stuff or whatever. Friday, Dammit Barry's channel, and then on Sunday, I'll be back here for Black Kestrel and then Indoor again. So lots of stuff.
Awesome. Sean.
Hi, Sean, also known as the Kraken King on Twitter and pretty much everywhere else. If there is a stream on this channel, I am there. So that I'm not going to go through all that again. Specifically, I will promote that I run the illustrious Saturday Night's Thunderball every Saturday here on this channel. You should definitely check it out. Like Savannah said, they have made it to the quarterfinals of the Grand Thunderball Invitational Tournament. So we are coming to a head there. And then on Sunday, Black Kestrel. This is session 9. It's our almost finale. There's a word for that has like escaped me right now. Lots of crazy stuff happening there. Can't even get into all of it right now. So come join us on Sunday at 4 for that off from this week, or this game. I think that's basically all that I've going on. Just check out the schedule below our faces is my schedule. So.
Last time on Slang 101, we started a new mystery. There were premonitions had. There were spooky blood messages received. There were new jobs begun. There were assignments given. And it all led you to the same place, the home of Sally and now Travis's friend Marcelo, who seems to be in a bit of trouble and is also a vampire, which some of you have just found out. So you're slowly putting together the pieces of what has been happening with the missing campers and the bloodstains and the lying about it. You discovered that it's, or so it seems to you currently, that Marcello's sister, Rosalind, might be behind some of this nonsense. We're gonna find out. We're gonna pick back up immediately where we left off, with things getting a little tense in Marcello's home, as Sally has just discovered the name of the order that that Wynn has joined. They were in a bit of an argument, and just as things were sort of getting a little heated, there was a knock at the front door, and one of you went to answer it. I think it was Sally. Yes. And you saw a young woman standing there looking dirty and harried, and generally like she had been running through the woods, and she asked for Marcello.
And you are?
I'm Kendall.
Marcello? Someone's here. 1 second.
Okay. The rest of you sort of hear this from the living room as Marcello gets up off of the couch, swaying a little bit probably at this point, and it comes to the door to see who is there. Sally, I think you can see, excuse me, he sort of looks over your shoulder towards her, and looks confused and just kind of shakes his head and says, do I know you? And looks at you, Sally. Do you know who this is?
Do I know who this is?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna ask again. Who the hell are you?
I'm Kendall. They said you knew I was coming.
Who?
Well, the family.
What family?
She's like staring at Marcello.
Looks at Marcello. What family?
Couldn't say.
It's not Kendall from like the book club from earlier adventures, right?
No. Was there a person named Kendall in that mystery?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's a different
Cool.
one.
Just checking. Yeah.
I gotta get all my names straight. No, it's a different person.
Look, no offense, but we don't know you, and it's kind of a bad time. So unless you are in need of some immediate help, I suggest maybe you go somewhere else.
But I walked all the way here.
From
From the park.
what were you doing in the park?
I think you can see her start to look nervous. And Sally, you look down and like her hands are shaking.
Looks at Marcello. It's your house, but don't make me have to kill anybody tonight.
So that's why you were all here.
Rex kind of pops up and is like, "Are you gonna? Do you mean any of us any harm?"
No,
Is it a lie?
no.
And Rex will be like, "They're clean," and then walks away.
You heard her.
She walks in, and I think the rest of you see this young woman. She's probably 19 or so. sort of come around the corner and looking very nervous, sort of hands shaking, dirty, kind of like stringy wet hair, kind of walk in and look around at all of you, kind of shocked.
Travis is standing there behind like the entry into the like, I imagine there's kind of like a partition between the kitchen and the living room, and he's just sort of like standing there with like spell hands up like, we good?
Rex says she's okay.
Damn. I mean, good.
Who are all you?
The Brady Bunch.
So you want to talk about this family again?
They, I think she starts to look. She's looking like upset and like physically nervous, and is like shaking. I think you can see her like squeezing her hands. Just say, I'm supposed to deliver a message.
For who?
Well, Marcelo and Sally.
And Rex has grabbed a kitchen towel because they have no idea where any other towel would be, and like offers it to her.
Thanks. She's like starts to dry her hair off a little bit, and then she goes into one of her pockets and pulls out a folded up piece of paper.
Thanks.
She hands it over to you, Sally. You. It's a little damp.
Open it up.
You open it up and look at it, and in this like scrawling handwriting, it is a note addressed to you, essentially making you an offer. It is signed at the bottom by a Rosalind, and it tells you that she knows you know who she is, and that she wants you to either turn Marcelo over to her or kill him yourself, and people will stop going missing.
Put it in my pocket.
Could
Did your
I-
mom send you for this?
Yeah.
Sort of lean over to Marcelo. Is she a vamp?
I do not know her.
This might be a personal question, but are you a vampire?
She doesn't answer. She is sort of clutching at this towel, trying to like dry her damp hair, but I think you can see her. She won't look at you, and she is starting to like visibly shake.
I mean, we're cool. So I just want to know who I'm dealing with.
I think so.
Right.
You know, I don't think I should be here. And she drops the towel on the floor and starts to turn around and head for the door.
Wait, so who's your mom? Who's her mom?
His sister.
Did you want to be a vampire?
As you're asking these questions, I think she has made it sort of halfway out of the room, and she stops and grabs onto the door frame, almost like she's gonna fall over, and holds herself up. And you can see and hear these like cracks start to form in the wood of the door frame as she like grips onto it.
Don't
Maybe
like
step
that.
back. She might be a little hungry.
I mean, are we we help people, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Should we get her some red meat or something? I mean, would that suffice? It's helped us before.
And Rex is like looking at Marcelo and back at the girl.
As it's probably not enough.
You guys aren't just gonna let her walk out of here, right? Like, if she's hungry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you volunteering to feed her?
No, I'm saying we shouldn't let her feed on someone. I'm not saying she should feed at all. I'm just saying that you're just gonna let a new vampire walk out into the world to do whatever she wants.
All right, kid. So what's your idea?
Help her?
Rex is already like in the fridge looking for any blood.
When Marcelo just have blood in his fridge?
Emergency rations.
Emergency blood?
I mean, even like pig's blood or whatever he's doing to not
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, there's probably like one shelf that's got a few like jars.
All right, I just snatch him up and come back through. And remember, Rex is wearing a Godzilla Kuragumi, so they kind of bounce through, tail wagging, and is like holds one way out, like
Why don't I do that, Rexy?
hands it to Sal.
Yeah. Hey. Here. This might take the edge off at least.
She turns around and looks at you, and I think you can all see her face has gone really, really pale, and her eyes have sort of gone wide, and she's like shaking, and she sort of reaches out to like snatch it from you, and her nails have gone like long and pointed, and you can start to see she takes the almost just like rips the lid off of the jar, cracking the glass at the top a little bit, and just downs the whole thing. And you can see these like long kind of fangs starting to protrude out of her gums, and then after a moment she stops, and a lot of that starts to go away, and some of the color comes back into her face, and she's just kind of standing there with like blood running down the sides of her face a little bit, still shaking a little bit and looking pretty terrified. Thanks, I think.
Hand another jar to Sal.
So, when this start happening?
Last week.
Were you camping?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Rex just kind of blushes, pulls the Godzilla face down a bit.
Say a lucky guess. How big's the family there?
I don't know. I mean, people come and go. I'd say 20.
It's a pretty sizable coven.
and Rex turns to Victoria, and like opens her mouth like they were going to ask a question, and then realizes that Victoria's not Abby, because you're the only other young woman in the room. And he just kind of like slumps their shoulders and starts thinking.
You called her your mother. When did that happen?
It's just what we're supposed to call her.
Okay, well then, when did you I don't know, sign the adoption papers, let's say?
I guess it's a little more complicated than that. I don't really remember a lot.
You were just camping and they found you, or?
I don't remember.
What's the first thing you do remember?
I remember waking up after everything about a week ago.
They're the other 20 or so in a similar boat, about a week or two, give or take.
I don't know. I think some of them have been there longer, but
Marcelo, would your sister have any control over these people? Or are they allowed to do as they like, just with the threat of violence or something?
well, I don't imagine she just lets them run wild. She's always been a bit of a control freak.
But speaking from a vampire perspective, is it something that is the glamour, the mind control, is that still on her?
It's hard to say. My guess is no. I don't imagine she would be saying all this.
If we cut off your sister's head, does she become not a vampire? Again, Rex went to look to Abby to get answers, and there is none. So
I think she means this one won't be a vampire. I think the other one, if you cut off her head,
I suppose if you cut off her head, she won't be anything but dead. I don't know. If you couldn't tell, a lot of us don't really look for ways to reverse the process.
Could you show us where this happened? Where the family is?
I don't think I should do that.
oh, come on. It's not going to be that bad. I'd like to manipulate her via her brain.
Okay. Yeah, roll to manipulate someone.
That's sure.
Travis will also whisper to Win, just
charm.
like we can always
Good.
follow her.
I'm going to use my +1 because I haven't yet.
Okay.
Damn it. 4.
That's almost as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
You take the completely wrong approach. What did you say to her? Come on, it won't be that bad.
Yeah.
Her eyes kind of go wide, and she looks at you, and she's like, "Is that supposed to be some kind of a joke?"
The sheen kind of like the light catches Victoria's eyes for a second, and she kind of like sits back and like looks over at Win and like, no, sorry.
Listen, I don't even really know why I'm here. I don't know why she sent me into a house full of people I don't know, and she's looks at Sally, and I don't know who you are, and she looks at Marcelo and says, and I don't know what Mama's problem is with you, but I'm gonna go.
He's your uncle.
We try to help people.
Thanks for the jar. And she turns around and starts to make for the door.
Hold on one second. Can you give her a message for us, your mama or whatever?
Sure, why not?
All right. Just tell her. Go on back and tell her that if she wants this Marcelo, well, I don't really know all that much right now. Name the time and the place, and we'll negotiate.
All right. Your funeral. She walks out the door.
As soon as she's out, I turn back to Travis and say, all right, so following her, because she's going to go back now.
100%. I'm out.
I could maybe try to do it a little more subtly. or unless you want to like go in person and risk getting caught by a bunch of vampires.
Oh, do you have a spell for this?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, by all means. I was just gonna tailor, but yeah.
I just if we can avoid the risk. I don't know like
Yeah, of
vampire
course. I agree.
sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I want to try to use my astral projection to follow her.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Roll to use magic.
Okay. Very bad. Hold on. It's a
Uh-oh.
4 plus 3. So 7.
Okay. So it works imperfectly. Choose an effect and a glitch.
So with my spirit walk,
Or is there a separate thing for that?
yeah, on a 7 and 9, so same
So
thing.
many things.
I do the thing. I can follow her in an ethereal form and observe events as they happen. But your tampering with the veil draws the attention of other ethereal beings.
Interesting. Okay.
So I just look around for like a chair or a couch or something I can sit down on, and just like flip my hat off, sit down, take out my like component bag and lay out a few like crystals on the floor of the table in front of me, and then like focus for a second, and then Wynn just kind of slumps back a little bit and his eyes go kind of a light sort of yellow color.
Okay. Yeah, this happens. You project yourself astrally, and you start to search for Kendall. You can find her and sort of latch on to her spirit. She has already made it quite far away from Marcelo's house. You sort of reach out and find her energy and kind of latch onto her and follow her, and you can see her running. The only person you've ever seen run this fast is Sally. She is booking it. She kind of wends her way through this side of town and back toward the state park where the campgrounds and everything are. She follows a trail for a little bit, and then sort of goes off. Oh no. Sorry, I dropped something. She follows the trail for a little bit, and then sort of detours off around a small grove of pine trees, kind of hopping along the edge of essentially like a rock face for a bit, and then makes her way down into like a cave that is out sort of in the middle of the state park.
Okay. I'd like to follow her inside.
Okay. You keep following her. It is dark for a bit. She kind of makes her way deeper into this cavern, and you start to see a little bit of light. It's kind of dimly lit with some like fires sitting around and everything. She kind of makes her way back in, and you can see sort of in the interior of this large cavern, larger than sort of the opening I think would let on. There is sort of like some cobbled together furniture in there, like things that like mismatched furniture, like things that have probably been taken. You can see people sitting around talking and things like that, and then towards the back of the cavern she approaches a woman whose picture you have now seen. That sort of like bronze skin, long dark hair, high cheekbones, that looks a lot like Marcelo, sort of lounging on this old like chase kind of in the back of the cavern. She approaches her, and they begin to talk back and forth.
Okay. I'm assuming I can't actually hear what they're saying, or
No, it's all kind of like muffled and and so maybe you can see them sort of talking back and forth. And then after a moment, the woman sort of sits up and like puts a hand on Kendall's shoulder, reassuringly ish, and then turns her away.
Okay.
And then you see as Kendall sort of turns to go, you get this last like glimpse of who you can assume is Rosalind, and then you see her say something else, and Kendall turns back around and looks at her, and Rosalind sort of stares at Kendall for a moment and then moves her eyes sort of to one side and over Kendall's shoulder and looks directly at you.
I think Wynn sort of instinctively reaches for a sword that isn't there and then kind of takes a step back as he realizes that he's in this vulnerable state, and quickly begins the incantation to snap back to his body.
Okay. It takes you a second, but you pull back, and as you are sort of unattaching yourself from Kendall's energy, you can see Rosalind sort of stand up and walk over to her, and begin talking to her again, and puts another hand on her shoulder, less reassuringly this time. And you snap back into your body.
And before when I was there, how many people did I see in the cave at that point?
You saw about 10.
Okay. All right. So Wynn takes a deep breath as he snaps back into his physical body, and looks around a little bit of sweat coming down his forehead. Yeah, I think that Rosalind, was it? Mama? She might have noticed me, but I know where they're at right now.
All right. Well, I mean, I think either way they would have known about us. The kid wasn't going to lie.
But they're going to know we know where they're there now.
Yeah, you know.
Shit.
What sort of negotiation are we planning? There's no negotiating. They can't have him.
I just wanted her to go back. I think we only have one option. She's killing people.
How do
we got to kill her.
I mean, will that release the enthrallment on these kids? I mean,
aren't they vampires? They're just going to be vampires until they're not? Well, until they're dead. It's not like a curse, right?
Looks to the vampire in the room.
I'm really sorry we keep doing this to you, man. It's just, sorry.
All right. This is a complex question.
Our brains went to Oxford.
What?
Wait, did Abby go to Oxford?
She went to Cambridge.
Cambridge. Our brains went to Cambridge. And there's a moment of sadness.
Victoria's confused.
Right. Like I said, this is complicated. I don't know. I mean, there have obviously always been the rumors of, kill the one who turns you and you turn back. I have never known this to be true, but
and
I've never tried.
If that's not what happens, then, I mean, where do they go once the head is killed, the matriarch is killed? I mean, do they just get swept up by another clan of vampires, or do they slowly die off? I mean,
No, someone takes her place.
can't have that.
Could you take her place?
Vampire Reform School.
This would be extremely unconventional. And I don't imagine her family likes me.
Well, we could set them straight, you know? They just know what she knows or tells them, right?
Don't know if it's that simple.
Why does she want you dead?
We disagree over certain lifestyle choices.
She's
Enough.
literally gonna kill you because you're a vegetarian?
Oh, she'd kill me for much less. We had a bit of a falling out. But yes, I don't kill humans, so I'm a disgrace to my family. And she tends to hold grudges. She likes to blame me for things that she did. She was always want to try to get me in trouble. And seems her hatred of me has grown over the years. It's petty, but we don't. People like us, it is. The way we resolve conflicts is a bit extreme, I think, by human standards.
I mean, I get it, but
Well, imagine hating your brother, but, you know, so much that you'd never want to see him again. You don't want him in your life, but he is going to ostensibly live forever and not just the 80 years or so that humans get. Extreme.
Well, sounds like we don't have much of a choice either way. I mean, we got to take her out, and I mean, if any of the vampires in her coven, I mean, they have a choice. They can go vegetarian or.
No offense, but do you really think you're going to be able to convince them that the 5 of you can take them down? If there's 20 of them. And Rosalind is not a young woman.
Yeah.
why don't you stick your dogs on them? Why don't they make themselves useful?
Me?
Yeah. Get your fingers on this.
You have plenty of friends, Sal. Why don't you put him on the job?
We will backtrack just a little bit, just in case. But currently, the group is discussing here with Marcelo the best course of action. Marcelo has told you, no offense, but he is not sure that you can convince a group of vampires either that they should follow him once his sister is dead. He is not entirely sure that the 5 of you can go up against a group of 20 or so vampires. And so we're trying to figure out the best strategy moving forward. Continue.
Well, we have more than just the 5 of us, right? We got some fingers to stick on them, so why don't
Yeah.
we make them useful?
I can ask, but this is kind of my job, my gig. So,
Got plenty of bloodthirsty creature killers out there, so yeah, sure.
we're gonna
Get 'em
have
ready.
to talk about this. So I'm getting the impression that there's something more to this, and that you've got your own hangups, and I get that, but we've got a job to do right now. So why don't we focus on that, and we'll deal with whatever this is later.
Fine, just, have them earn their stripes.
I've got a couple people I can reach out to. I'll ask if they want to help with something like this.
Tell them they can just murder some creatures. I'm sure they'll be in for it.
All right.
She
All
walks
right.
out of the room.
Alternatively, shit. I'll deal with that in a second, but we could also try to separate her from her pack and deal with her with as little interference. I'm going to go talk to Sally.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. We should definitely look into that.
Yeah.
Maybe use this front as like negotiating to lure her away.
Yeah, if she doesn't see it coming. Okay. Travis is going to follow Sally out of the room.
We see over Rex's shoulder, they were frantically typing to Banshee about, you know, the situation and what's going on. And then Sal starts like, you know, snapping about these monster hunters and killers and stuff. And then Rex just starts deleting the message. Like, I don't know now. Now I'm all freaked out. You know, they're just all nervous and tripping. So they like erase it all. And just, they're kind of in the background.
Sally just grabbed the bottle of red wine and is chugging it.
Does she go with Travis?
No, she just went into the kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, Travis has now gone into the kitchen.
Okay.
I know.
Travis
Surprise,
is-
Travis in the kitchen.
Travis, you follow Sally into the kitchen where she is chugging red wine from a bottle.
Snacks are in the
Alright.
cabinet.
Yeah, there's a communion joke here, and I can't really reach it just yet. Listen, I don't entirely understand what is up with Wynn and his training. What did you call them? Fangers?
Yeah, let him tell you about it.
Well,
Look, I really just don't want to get into it right now, okay?
Okay, fair enough. I just, you know, this is a win. I mean, he's not the sharpest of us all, but like,
Okay, so
He
he
means
accidentally
well.
fell in with a bunch of fucking murderers. It's fine.
I mean, it's not exactly 1-to-1, but what is it exactly that you think we do? We kill monsters, right?
When we don't have another choice.
Fair enough. They have I assume, a shoot first, ask questions never policy.
Yeah, you could say that.
Have you run into them before?
I said I really don't want to get into it right now.
Fair enough.
And you see Sally's eyes kind of get a little on the red side.
Noted. We'll figure something out that doesn't involve them.
Nah, bring him in. It'd be great. Just slaughter. It'll be awesome.
Look, I'm trying, Sal. I'm
No,
not-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not used to this. I don't have the kid anymore.
I know.
It's like I don't have a barometer anymore. I'm the barometer now.
Yeah, fuck. You kind of are, aren't you?
I don't know how the fuck to lead a group of people. I'm not saying that I'm the leader. I she kept us on track.
Yeah, I miss her too.
I really fucking miss her, Sal.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly. I'll be back.
I have.
While they're in
Takes
there,
a deep breath.
Victoria's gonna lean over to Win and just so that Rex doesn't hear. She has a pretty intense memory that she was pulling on there.
What? Oh. What's going on?
Apparently, I can assume a bunch of your order killed a bunch of monsters that she was with or around. I don't know when it was, but it seemed like everything was a little gothic inspired. There were velvet drapes and stuff. But all I saw was a cloaked figures just slaughtering. So
I don't know. I've only been doing this for like a couple weeks now.
I know.
I'm sure they had their reasons. I'm sure Sal has her reasons for what she's feeling right now, but just like yelling at me about that isn't gonna
I know. Maybe we should break for the night.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. Fuck. Just like
Look, if she's gonna
Oh no, go ahead.
if she's gonna talk to you like that, I'm not gonna have it.
Didn't realize you were so protective. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I don't want to start anything here, especially right now. And we have bigger problems.
Exactly. So why don't we take time, let everyone cool off, figure it out tomorrow.
Yeah. Are Marcelo and Rex? I know Rex is still like in the room. Is Marcelo still in the room?
Marcelo is sitting on the couch next to you, Rex, as you're on your phone, and just like will look over at you every now and then, and finally just leans over and is like, "So is they dating, or what is this?"
I believe they hooked up.
Oh.
Probably multiple times.
Hmm.
I've been kind of stay out of it because me and Win are like bros, and it makes things weird.
I see.
And then Rex, as he hears or she hears the conversation, kind of upping in the kitchen, just kind of absentmindedly still on the phone, gets up and walks over near the kitchen door, and just waits for Travis to come out.
Travis comes out.
When Trav comes out,
Sal will join.
when Trav comes out, Rex will just say, "Our brains are missing," and gives Trav a quick hug, and just says, "I miss her too," and then wanders back away on the phone.
Okay then. Huh. Anyway. He'll go over to Win, and just pretty much act like Victoria's not there. I'm sorry, LP. Oh man.
You love Abby. I'm still Abby.
No. Not anymore. He'll just look at Win and I don't know if with all the Zoom fuckery and internet nonsense that's happened, Sean, but his disposition to you is a lot more of a like he's being noticeably more respectful of you.
Yeah, it's weirding Win out a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Good. Hey, listen. I know this is a fairly urgent matter, but if we need to just take a night and regroup tomorrow, we could do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some calls tonight and see if I can get some information that might help.
I'm
not gonna call in anyone.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see if I can get something that might help us with a group like this.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good.
Maybe reach out to Davian. So.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna head out. We're
okay.
Gonna head out.
Okay.
I'll be back at the Haven tonight. So
Yeah, I'll catch you there. You're doing a great job, dude. All right.
are you dying or something?
What?
Just you're acting like really nice to me, and I'm used to you giving me a little more shit. This is really weird.
All right. Well, I mean, I could give you some shit.
No, you know what? I shouldn't just.
I think
Can
the
I-
hat's a little dumb.
That's the Travis I'm used to. Thanks. Just like stands up and just slaps you on the shoulder and says, I'm going to go because I think Sal needs her space.
Yeah. Don't worry. All right. We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
And so that was in public in the room that you're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That last comment about Sal was
Okay. Yeah.
was
Uh,
quieter.
Rex will just be like, "Don't split the party in texts to the three of you," and then like, "Should I listen in on your phones?" Question. A lot of dots and a couple question marks.
If it makes you feel better.
Yeah. Thanks.
Godzilla flopping head.
Can you warn us when you're gonna listen to our phones for no reason other than our own privacy?
I only ask, or I would only do it if it was important, or you were missing, or something like that. And Rex is just blushing like.
Is this all in text?
No. This the blushing isn't, but the or did you guys talk, or did you text back?
Trying to
Rex
decide
is
whether
used
Win.
to just texting and then you people talking. So
Yeah,
it
I
wouldn't
think
faze them at
Win
all.
was speaking.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then I guess then Rex gets blushing, but actually types. I would or only if it was an emergency or there was trouble. Like it's not like weird in caps.
Yeah. Okay. You're like our security system. It's like a bank.
Godzilla floppy head.
More Godzilla-y.
Thanks, Rex.
And then he types just to you, Win, and no Victoria
No.
with underline.
Win texts back and says no.
Okay.
Right. Well, it was lovely to meet you, Marcelo. Have a good night.
Right.
Before you all walk out, Sal is like literally not looking at either of you, but just sort of yells out, "The Chimera. Ask your Fanger friends about the Chimera."
Win just picks up his stuff, doesn't respond, and leaves.
Rex Marcelo leans over to you again and watches them walk out, and then looks over at Travis and goes, "Now, did they ever hook up? There's a lot of tension in this room."
Rex does the sign language for yes, sex.
Okay.
Wait, who?
Who?
Oops.
Oh, Rex thought it meant Vic or where they meant Win and Sal.
Oh, Win and Travis.
Win and Oh no.
I was like, wait,
No.
wait.
I was like, listen,
Wait.
man, the
Wait.
Haven is a
Yeah,
place of
Yeah.
business
Acceptance
only.
And, then I guess Rex would lean in and be like, I mean, I don't think Win's the type. And then Rex is like looking at the wall, like trying to, they're doing the math of whether does Win swing that way.
There's always a lot of tension between your friends. She's better than TV.
You know, those late night keggers, bros, hot tubs, one thing leads to another.
Guys being dudes.
So Win and Victoria leave.
Mhm.
Okay.
Where is she taking him?
This sounds like a girl trap. I would just mute myself.
He would not ask her to take him to the Haven, because that has not been approved by the powers that
Yeah.
be.
I
So-
think by the powers that be. I think that Victoria would ask Gwen if he wanted to come back to the sorority house to like just chill and calm down.
Yeah, sure.
Deltas.
Okay. The other three of you are staying with Marcelo.
Yep.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to accomplish tonight?
Finish another bottle of red wine, presumably very expensive.
Okay. Sounds good. Sally and Marcelo get drunk.
Rex is in like guard mode, you know, trying to like put GoPros up in the rooms, you know, just basically the entrances and exits so they can watch from one spot, and finds like a corner or somewhere to like hide in if need be. Like that's Rex's Alamo is like the broom closet in the kitchen or some central place in the house where they can like hole up and, you know, watch from cameras.
Okay. You get some cameras set up around the house. Anybody else? Any conversations to be had?
I think he was way too tense. That's why Rex threw themselves into their work.
Does Victoria ask anything else about the conversation, or just hanging out?
I think she has a lot of questions.
Okay.
Mainly, like the main one would be like, all right, like, is this how your group normally functions?
No. No. Things used to be a lot more simple. I honestly don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think that Sal has a lot of hang-ups on what your people used to do or do. I don't know.
Well, I don't know what to say to her other than get over it right now, because I don't have a choice. I literally don't have a choice.
Right. I mean,
I
they've branded you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I guess I don't understand what she... I mean, like, she's the one who carries a big-ass sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
No,
like,
I've never really seen her as somebody that kind of had a problem with the whole, like, stab first, ask questions later sort of mentality, but I don't know. I thought she would be really, like, cool about, like, I got a sword now. She's got a sword. We both know how to use them. I thought I could get some tips for her, but I don't think that's going to be in the cards. I don't know what this chimera is that she's talking about either. And I guess I'm going to have to ask Donovan about that. I don't know.
so, all right, another thing. What is up with Rex? Like, why do they were texting you?
Yeah.
when you were in this. I mean, like, I understand why I text you because there's things that they don't know, but I mean, like, I'm the only one who doesn't know things, and I assume, I mean, since you guys are speaking back, what is that?
It's just the way Rex is. You get used to it.
Gonna have to. I don't know if they want me around.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Travis was a lot more. He was really nice to me, weirdly, and was a little more put off with you than I was expecting.
I mean, I'm used to people being bitches, so it's not a huge deal, but I mean, I don't want to make things worse for you.
I don't know how you could at this point.
I'd feel more comfortable being around, seeing as she could probably tear you in half.
I feel like I could take. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what to do if it comes down to that, though.
Well, that's on her.
Well, hopefully everyone's in a better mood and a little more sober tomorrow.
If something did happen tonight, do you think they'd call you?
I hope so. I don't know, though.
What's this haven? Travis said something about the haven.
Did he? It's a weird word.
I don't have to know if you don't want to tell me. It's fine.
It's kind of a like inside secret sort of thing. I can't tell you about it because it's not my secret to tell.
Okay. That's fine. I understand.
Just don't go probing around for it.
I told you I wouldn't.
I know.
Unless you want me to.
Not for this.
But other things?
Looks at his phone.
By the way, when you guys started a personal conversation, literally came up in text, not listening, la 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 la, and the thing, and then and then you saw this little like numbers roll up, and it just said, something along the lines of like noise dampening, looking for keywords, something like audio not available. Something they like literally screenshot this and put it there so you would know that they're basically listening for, oh God, I'm dying, anything that would be something that would trip.
Maybe not, oh God.
And then but Rex didn't think that. So if something like that would happen, then Rex would turn like 20 shades of red.
When just looks at the phone, takes it, puts it in his bag, walks to the. Are we in your Victoria's dorm room right now, or room? Puts it in his bag, just opens the door and chucks the bag out into the hallway and closes it. I'll explain later. Yeah, I don't have anywhere to be tonight.
Well then. You said you want to try a few things?
He just gets really red.
Oh, we can fade to black.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. So you all oh, my notebook just closed on me. That's always fun. Yeah, so the night goes on with all of your respective activities. Sally, how drunk do you get?
I drank a whole bottle of red wine plus another half bottle of red wine plus a couple more fairly.
Okay. So those of you that are at Marcelo's house, for the first few hours, the night is relatively uneventful. Marcelo eventually going upstairs to go to sleep. The rest of you, where are you placing yourselves in the house? Rex, you're in your closet.
Closet or whatever.
Basically guarding whatever door is the entrance to wherever Marcelo is sleeping.
Okay. So Sally with a bottle of red wine is sitting outside Marcelo's bedroom door.
Pretty on brand.
Travis is feet up on the couch, half asleep, but like sort of at the ready, like knife on chest, like ready to fight if he needs to wake up real quick.
Okay. Then Travis.
Yeah.
Switch it up a little bit. Like that one. Travis, you from your spot on the couch, sort of half asleep, find yourself being awoken very suddenly from the sound of breaking glass in the kitchen.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah. So he'll kind of wake up with a start, grab the knife, like instinctively, look around the room, slowly get off the couch, and try to, as quietly as possible, get to like the door of the kitchen and like listen.
Okay. And Rex, you can see this as it's happening. Travis, you sort of press yourself kind of up against the wall and listen, and you hear sort of the crunching of glass, and then you hear a click, and you hear a door open.
Like a door in the kitchen, or like the door that I am in front of?
No, a door in the kitchen.
Okay.
Rex buzzes Sal's phone, so it vibrates, and then it just says intruder alert, in all caps, and then it says kitchen door or kitchen window, kitchen door.
Yeah, and so Rex, from the cameras, you can see as you're seeing Travis sort of creep up to the door of the kitchen. You see inside the kitchen, where there is another door that goes out to the back of the house, an arm sort of come through the glass on the door. And you see the glass kind of shatter and fall, then push some of it away, and then reach around and unlock the door handle. And open the door.
The mega taser and prepare to be a shadow like Rex does.
Okay. And Sally, you get a text.
Quietly open the door to Marcelo's room and like poke him awake.
What?
There's someone in the kitchen.
It's probably Travis.
They broke a window, so no.
It could still be Travis.
Get on my back.
What?
Get on my back.
No, Sally, I'm not doing this. And he goes to get out of bed.
Shh. Follow me.
Marcelo puts on his slippers and follows you out the door.
Sally will like hover more than fly, just sort of hover so she doesn't make any sound on the floorboards.
Okay. You go creeping downstairs.
Yes.
Okay. Marcelo following behind. Travis, you hear this click and the door open, and you hear the sort of crunching of feet walking across broken glass. And then nothing.
Travis is going to quietly open the door and like ready a spell in his other hand.
Okay. You push the door open and sort of look into the kitchen, and you can see 3 figures coming in from outside through the kitchen door.
Okay. He is going to pocket the knife, pull out the skeleton key, and walk in hand held up with a fire spell in his hand and say, you know, you could have knocked.
You do this in the dark kitchen, sort of moonlight coming through one of the windows. You see the figures stop and quickly like turn your direction. And then from one of them, you hear almost this like hissing sound. And the 3 of them run at you.
Shit.
And we're going to take a quick break. So you can think about what you want to do. And so I can go get some water. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody, so far. I know as an audience, you've had a lot of breaks today, but I need one now. So we'll be back very shortly, just in a couple of minutes to pick back up. See you in a second. welcome back, Internet. Thanks for sticking with us during our break. We're going to pick back up right where we left off with these three figures in Marcelo's kitchen running / lunging at Travis. What do you do?
Panic.
Panic.
No.
God.
Magic, motherfucker. Oh,
Yeah, I guess. So, hi, calling in, first time caller, first time spellcaster here. Can I cast a? Okay, so one of my combat magics is the base is wall. Can I like choose how big that is, and in addition to that, can I choose whether or not it spreads and like ignites things, because the effect is fire?
First question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have some control over over how big the wall is. It can only get so big.
Sure.
But you have some control over that. As far as the fire goes, whether or not it spreads is dependent on your roll.
Good, great, okay.
So
that.
when you roll for combat magic, you'll roll to kick some ass, but you'll roll with weird instead of tough. If you get a 10 plus on the roll, the fire won't spread. Anything under that, it might.
Dope. So I'll cast a fireball, and I will just hit the first thing that's coming at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do. Go ahead and roll to kick some ass.
That's a 7.
Okay. You inflict harm on each other.
Dope.
Oh, this is gonna get real dangerous real quick. Okay. So, Travis, you trying to think. Sally, from the bottom of the stairs, you see Travis lifting the skeleton key through the kitchen door, and in the dark kitchen there is all of a sudden this very bright light. You've seen him do this once before, so I think you know what he's doing. As Travis, you send this ball of fire sort of hurtling towards the figures that are lunging at you. It connects with the two in the front and sort of throws them off, and you can see them sort of like clawing, and you start to hear Sally, I think, like screaming from the kitchen as they start to like claw at the clothes that they are wearing. And it illuminates the face of Travis, the one that was able to duck out of the way at the last moment and continue running at you. And you can see this like gaunt, pale, kind of sunken in face of a younger man, probably early 20s, with these long fangs, sort of hissing and screaming and coming directly at you. Having tumbled out of the way of the fire, he latches on to one side of you and starts to try to rip the key out of your hand, sort of raking his nails along your arms. You're going to take 1 harm from that.
Okay.
As he starts to try to wrestle this out of your hands.
Have we, and I'm trying to remember where my harm tracker, where we last took harm, can I assume that we've healed at this point?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember when that happened.
Yeah, it would have been a while ago, so.
Okay. I mean, it was only 2 harm, so I wasn't unstable or anything. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
okay.
you're good.
Cool.
So Sally, you see this creature, something. You can make your own assumptions. Sort of latch onto Travis's arm and start to try to wrestle the key from him.
I would like to run at them and attempt to chop off their head.
Fair. Roll to kick some ass.
Before Travis can even get the word coven out of his mouth, Sally is there.
Okay, so I'm running toward the situation. So preternatural speed plus
Mhm.
one going for, I think it's plus one forward. Plus one ongoing. Yes. Okay. So kicking some ash. That's 14.
Holy shit.
Uh,
Let's see.
and that is an advanced move.
Okay, so on a 12 plus, you devastate or overall your enemy, inflict and suffer harm as normal, and then pick something off of that list there.
I would like the attack to drive the enemy away in a rout.
Okay. Yeah, so you run in, giant sword drawn, sort of colliding with them. Travis, Sally is moving so fast, I don't think you realize what has happened, but you just feel this force collide with the thing that is grabbing onto you as Sally runs in, sword drawn. Let's see. Are you you're just straight up trying to chop off their head?
I'm gonna try to chop off that one's head. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you just sort of force him off of Travis, and you can hear the wind sort of being knocked out of him as he goes tumbling across the floor, and you lift up your sword to try to swing down, connecting with the side of his neck. It doesn't. You can't chop off a head in one blow, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if you're able to. But you connect, and Travis, you see this like spray of blood kind of spurt across Marcello's floor as this thing realizes what is going on. Sally, you go for a second hit, and it reaches up and latches onto your arm and sort of digs these nails into it and starts to pull you down onto the ground with it. Extremely strong. And then bites down on your wrist. You're gonna take 3 harm from all that.
Okay. He also takes 3.
Right.
But with my natural armor, it takes away 2, so it's just 1.
Okay, so you take 1. So it still hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Rex, what are you doing?
Yeah, how many are there?
There's 3 of them.
Okay, and none have been dispatched. One is on fire.
Yes.
All right. I guess so. The closet door is suddenly open, and we actually follow Rex in his ghosting, and she's in her Karagumi Godzilla, and she like crawls across the floor behind the island of the kitchen butcher block, and then pops up, and seeing the one that's got Sal, it's like, holy shit, it's the attack of Eddie Munster, and then just mega tasers them.
Okay, roll to kick some ass.
Come on, dice, don't fail me now. And wait, that's tough.
Yes.
And somewhere amongst all the windows, there it is. An 8.
Okay, so you inflict harm on each other. So you fire off the taser at the one that's got Sally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excuse me. You do this, Sally, from behind you. You hear Rex's small voice, and then the sort of zapping sounds of the mega taser as the shot connects, like right in the chest of this creature. It screams out, sort of in pain, and starts to shake, releasing Sally's arm. But then Rex, you see it sort of reach up and grab on to the cables that have extended and yank you forward towards it. So you go kind of tumbling across, and you're gonna take 1 harm.
Okay. Due to Rex's like battlefield awareness and the under the Karagumi body armor, they like bounce off they dodge the corner and they bounce off the cupboards and take no harm.
Great. You right yourself at the last second, as this thing is sort of scrambling towards you. It scrambles up onto its feet. The other two trying to put out the fires on themselves, mostly successfully doing so. They're starting to make their way toward you.
It takes 5 damage from the Mega Taser because
Wow.
I
He
snuck
might
it
not
in.
get back up.
2 for being sneaky and 3 for Mega Taser.
Forgot about sneaky. Yeah, he sort of starts to scramble up, and I think you can see him shaking, and then his eyes sort of roll back in his head, and he hits the ground.
All right, Rex squeezes the trigger and gives a little more juice to him a couple times.
Okay. The other two, trying to figure out where the big blast of fire came from, are sort of now scrambling across the floor towards Travis, you, and Sally.
What you got, Trav?
More fire. Please. Oh God. Okay.
Say the line, Warlock.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Oh God, I don't know. Okay. Travis is gonna go for his knife and just try to stay in.
Okay. Yeah, roll to kick some ass.
Okay. Again, 7.
Okay. Yeah, you go, and as one of them sort of launches itself at you, you go to try to drive the knife in. You manage to connect with this thing's shoulder and kind of drive it in right here. But it does manage to get to you, and so as you sort of drive the knife in with both hands, it sort of connects with your shoulders, and the two of you go tumbling to the floor. And with these like long, sharp nails that it has, it starts to just tear at you. You're gonna take 2 harm.
Okay.
And you're sort of scrambling around with this thing on the floor.
Good.
Okay, so this thing is on the floor with Travis.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like pinning him down, and then there's a second one sort of running your way.
I'll get the one on Travis off of him. Can I tackle this thing?
I don't see why not.
I'll tackle it and I'll try to do a force punch as I do to knock him off.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to kick some ass. As you go flying over toward where Travis is currently pinned to the kitchen floor.
That's a 10.
Okay. So yeah, choose one extra effect from the 10 plus list.
We'll do extra harm. So force punch is only 1, so we'll do 2.
Okay. So yeah, you do 2 harm to this thing. As Travis, again, you see Sally sort of flying towards you at preternatural speed. She knocks into the creature, sort of grappling it, holding it with one arm, and they go sort of tumbling across the floor. Sally letting out that huge force punch as
skadoosh.
You wail on this thing, and you can hear his head sort of crack into the tile of the kitchen. He's not doing so good. The third one, I think, sort of realizing where they are at, turns tail and starts to run for the kitchen door.
If I can reload the Mega Taser, I'll let him have it.
Keep one for questioning.
The one that's running?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to kick some ass.
All right. My character sheet has become buried in Windows. 8.
Okay. So you inflict harm on each other. So yeah, I think you let out this this shot with the mega taser, sort of stopping the thing in its tracks, and get realizing that it is not going to get away. Sort of turns on you and launches itself directly towards you, sort of grabbing onto your arms again, trying to get you to stop shooting everything with this thing. And you can feel the claws sort of like dig in as it goes in again to try to take a bite out of you. That is 3 harm for you.
Okay. So I take 1.
And 3 for it from the taser.
And then 3, back at it, because I'm not sneaky now.
All right. So grappling with the 2 of these things. What are you guys doing? Travis, you're just now lying on your back on the kitchen floor.
Yeah, I'll get up and then
I got this one. Help Rex.
yeah. So I'm gonna just run toward Rex and get it off of them.
Okay. With what? A knife?
Yeah,
A
just
fist?
a
A
knife,
fireball?
and I just try to take over the tussle if I can, and just grab it, like kind of wheel it around and like start to fight it myself and try to stab it in the heart.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll to kick some ass.
Oh God.
Okay. You rolled a 2, buddy. Travis, you make your way as quickly as you can over toward the creature, sort of sliding a little bit in the large pool of blood that has collected near Sally. You try to make your way over toward Rex, but you slip and fall, sort of tumbling and sort of losing your grip a little bit, trying to keep yourself up, but you don't. You land hard on the kitchen floor and you feel this sharp pain in your side. How much does your knife do?
Oh, just oh, it's a big knife. It's
That's a
one
big knife.
harm.
This is 1 harm. So you see Travis sort of slip and fall, and in the process of trying to catch himself on his arm, catches his side with his own knife, and you're gonna take harm from that.
I'm unstable.
Extremely.
No.
Yeah, but how are you doing physically?
I'm unstable.
Yeah, you are unstable. Falling on your own knife. And yes, I think Sally, you probably see this happen as Travis cries out from being stabbed.
Shit.
In the side. Rex, you are still sort of grappling with this thing, trying to get it to let go of your arm. Sally, you have one fading fast pinned underneath you.
Yeah, if I feel like the sword might be too unwieldy with it on the ground, so I'm gonna pull 2 knives and just try to like take off its head.
Okay, roll to kick some ass. This is not how I saw this going.
12.
Okay, so yeah, you inflict harm on each other, and then an extra.
I would like this one to give up.
Sure.
Let me see.
Oh, its head gone. It didn't get back.
That would be it. There's, let's see, on the 12 plus list, there's your attack drives the enemy away. There's also you force them where you want them, which we could pull from the 10 plus if you want.
Let's do that. So instead of fully taking its head off, I'm just gonna like kind of squeeze its neck with my 2 blades and be like, pull them off.
Okay, I think you see it. Its eyes sort of go wide as you press the knives into its neck, and it lets go of your arms and kind of hisses a little bit, at you and then kind of turns its head toward the other one where Rex is and says, "Go." And then sort of lays there. Rex, the one that is sort of tangled up with you, hears this and releases its bite and then turns again and starts to make a break for the door, moving much faster this time and almost immediately is sort of out into the night.
No time to go grab the sniper rifle. Yeah, I assume I can't get a shot too fast.
Yeah, it's too fast.
Okay. Then I will basically slide over across the floor because again, Kuragumi jammies on the kitchen tile. Slide up to Trav and start like. All of a sudden, you're hearing medical terms roll out of Rex's head. Check the pneumothorax and pupils dilated, and it just sort of like this stuff just starts coming out. This trauma stuff, and they're like looking over his wounds. And I'm gonna use the medic skill that I have picked up.
Ooh, tell us what that does.
You have a full first aid kit and the training to heal people. When you do first aid, roll plus cool. On a 10+, the patient is stabilized and healed 2 harm. On a 7 to 9, choose 1, heal 2 harm, or stabilize the injury. On a miss, you cause an extra 1 harm. This move takes the place of regular first aid.
Okay.
So,
roll plus cool.
Okay. And 8.
Okay, so you can choose one, I believe, of your 2 effects.
You are unstable currently, right? That's a yes? Okay, I couldn't see you.
Yeah.
All right, I will go for the stabilization. And okay, basically like they're in movies.
I'm all right. I'm here. Where'd the coven go?
Yeah, the one got away. That one over there is still down.
Yeah, I got a spare.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ow. So he'll try to get up. So mechanically, am I still at 4 harm but not unstable? Like, am I stabilized at 4 harm?
They're frozen.
Oh no.
One more again, internet. Let's do it.
No tapping. It's fine.
So, we'll pick up at the end of this scuffle, this little kerfuffle that has happened in Marcelo's kitchen with one of the, I'll just say vampires. I think you guys sort of know what's going on at this point.
What?
Having, oops, did I spoil it? Having run out the busted kitchen door, Rex sort of watching it go, and then patching up the worst of Travis's wounds. So Travis, you are no longer unstable, but you do still have the 4 harm, but you won't get any worse unless you fall on another knife. We'll see. And Sally, you sort of have this this one young man pinned to the ground. What would you like to do?
Is this your mother's way of negotiating?
He doesn't say anything.
Why are you here?
You don't know.
I'm assuming to kill us, but just wanted to hear you say it.
I think you see just the corners of his mouth sort of behind these large fangs start to like curl up into this kind of off-putting smile. And he says, "To keep you busy."
Rex, get him on the phone now.
Okay. First, Rex looks for Marcella.
Team.
What?
All right, and then immediate alarm out to Win. So it says something like, vampires got Marcella. Yeah, that's it.
Did I get got?
Right. And I'm assuming, oh, LB, I think you said this, that at some point you got retrieved Wynn's bag
Yes,
from the
yeah.
hallway.
Yeah.
So it is in the room with the phone.
Oh.
We love you guys.
Phone in it. I don't know, Wynn, is your phone on? Go.
Are we back?
Yes.
Hello?
Flip for a second. Is my
Okay,
phone on? Is the
um,
last thing I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the last thing I said.
Okay. Yes. Is the answer to that question.
Yes. Great. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So, the two of you asleep are awoken in the middle of the night in the darkness. Is Victoria what floor of this house is Victoria's room on?
Second, she's on the end of the hallway because she tends to have like night terrors and stuff. So she kind of has a secluded room. The only room that's connected to hers via like a quarter wall is Tammy's.
Okay. So Victoria, probably easier to wake up. You wake up first, and then Wynn shortly after to the sound of breaking glass.
In the sorority?
In the room? Wynn jumps out of bed immediately, like training kicking in. I doubt he brought his sword into the sorority house, but begins to mutter an incantation under his breath.
Victoria's gonna scan the room for like people, I guess, like senses, emotions, minds, so that she can.
Okay. You sense somebody that you do not recognize feeling a little bit of pain as you look over, and the window to Victoria's room has been busted out, and you see two hands, one after the other, of something pulling itself up the side of the building and through the window into the room.
Is it panic and pain, or like is it someone who's running away from something, or is
No.
it someone? Okay.
Nope, it is somebody pulling themselves through your second story window.
She immediately grabs the blanket, just like pulls it up, and grabs for some like crystals and stuff, I guess.
Okay.
As soon as I see the person coming through the window or whatever they are, do they? I mean, okay, I'm just gonna assume they're not friendly. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up my.
This is not the kind of
sheet
things that friends
on my
do.
phone here. Yeah, I think Wynn begins to cast one of his rotes.
Okay. Which one?
I'm making sure I have the things. I imagine Wynn didn't ditch his like amulets and stuff. Probably brought those with them. So he grabs that and begins to incant, and he's going to cast Breath of Moloch.
Well, internet, you haven't been cooperating great with us today. We did our best. We're going to go ahead and stop there because we got a lot of exciting story stuff coming up, and we don't want you to miss any of it. So thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching what is surely the most cobbled together video that I've ever put up on the Game Nights YouTube. But my wonderful players did a lot of great work today, and I didn't want you to miss out on it. So thanks for hanging with us if you hung with us live. Thanks for watching if you're watching on YouTube. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up both here on GGK this week, as well as all of these lovely people around me have a lot of stuff going on as well. So follow us and them on Twitter. Come hang out with us on Discord for sure. And yeah, thanks for sticking it out and watching our show. And hopefully we'll be able to get more done the next time. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. It's May 24th, Sunday, May 24th, at 4 p.m. Eastern time. One day I'll get rid of that. Not this day. But yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks everybody. Thanks for playing. Thanks for hanging out and sticking with us. And until next time, good game and good night, internet.